Ever since we were very young that we all wanted to create our own Pokemon region, Pokédex, gym leaders, etc, etc. And now, given the challenge was presented to me, I want to basically make my own version of a Pokemon League given characters that exist in the video game world. This challenge was presented for everyone by the YouTuber Dollywop, one of my closest friends, and therefore I want to take the advantage to make a new video out of it. What if I made a new Pokemon League with gym leaders, Elite Four, and Champion from regular characters that we know and love? So without further ado, let's get the discussion going. My name is KuroBlitz, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go! Alright then, as for starters, let's continue with our first gym leader. That's going to be Janine. Janine is going to be a poison type specialist, and the Pokemon that she is going to present for the challenge, they are going to be Qwilfish, Beedrill, and Seviper. And for the rematch team, I decided to give her Drapion, Dragalge, and Victreebel. And while these are very powerful Pokemon, you can easily obtain them all before the level 10, so I feel like as for a first gym leader, this is actually a very thrilling challenge. It gives some vibes of Roxanne, but it also makes, Janine a wall that the people have to climb in order to actually be prepared for the actual gym puzzles. As for the formats of the battles, I'm going to have 3 3v3s, 4 4v4s, 5 5v5s, and the champion it's going to be the only one being a 6v6 match. After you defeat Janine, you are presented with the Venom badge. And now let's go forward to our second opponent, and that's going to be the rival of Janine in both games and the manga, none other than Falkner, the former gym leader of Violet City, now being one rank up, and it's going to be the second gym leader. And Falkner is going to use Pokemon such as Fearow, Noctowl, and Swallow, being the regional birds. However, his rematch team is going to present you some unique challenge, that being with Drampa, Porygon Z, and Castform. Yes, I'm going to make Falkner not a flying gym leader, but yes, a normal one. He does give you a flying team badge, that being the Breeze badge. However, Falkner here is going to basically clear out of his father's wings in a way, and therefore specialize in another type with some familiar faces of course, but in a new different way. Even in the first generation where he debuts, he doesn't give you a flying TM at all, he gives you Mud Slap, so Falkner is no stranger when it comes to adapting to new unique types of Pokemon. Now as for the third gym leader, I decided to go with Candice, and Candice is going to use Pokemon such as Cryogonal, Weavile, and Frostmoth. These are very powerful Pokemon, sure, but you can easily all obtain them in level 1. So being in the late 30s, in the late 20s, early 30s, it's nothing new for, a gym leader to use in this stage. As for her rematch team, I decided to give her Abomasnow, Jinx, and Mamoswine. And the gym badge she's going to present to you all, it's going to be none other than the Slush badge. As for the fourth gym leader, I do have Cilan. And Cilan, it's going to have his own gym separated from his brothers, therefore it's going to be an amazing experience. Cilan's Pokemon are going to be Flapple, Executor, Scovillain, and Breloom. And as you can see, I'm trying to make the new ace Pokemon of these gym leaders being completely different from the ones they have in the actual games, with their actual aces returning for the rematch battles, so there's that. As for the rematch of Cilan, I decided to give Ludicolo and Sinisage. Cilan here has a very unique team of, Pokemon related to food, being of apples, coconut seeds, as well as eggs. And then you have, peppers and mushrooms, so there's that. And even Scovillain being part fire and Ludicolo being part water, it's a nice connection to, his brothers of chili and cress, so there's that. And after you defeat Cilan, he gives you your fourth badge, that being the Root badge. And therefore, you go all of your halfway to the gym challenge to battle the fifth opponent, not other than Tulip. The Pokemon team that Tulip is going to use against you are going to be of Swoobat, Farigiraf, Claydol, and Armarouge. with the rematch opponents being of Slow King and Mr. Rhyme. The badge that Tulip is going to present you after you defeat her, it's going to be none other than the Esper badge. Now going on with the 6th gym leader, it's going to be Wattson from Mobile City. So I'm going to double his expertise from 3rd gym to 6th gym, and the Pokemon that Wattson is going to use are going to be of Lantern, Heliolisk, Galvantula, and Ampharos, with his rematch team being comprised of Magnezone and Manectric. And with that, after defeating Wattson, you do get the Shock badge, going for Gym 7, that being none other against Viola. And Viola's Pokemon are going to be of Durant, Wormadam, Ninjask, and Excelgor. These are very unique given how Excelgor knows Water Shuriken much like Greninja does, so there is your Kalos rep, but not really. And given how she uses Surskit and Vivillon, those being, you know, Pokemon that evolve into Bug Flying and Masquerain and already a Bug Flying, I decided to give, you know, the other Pokemon being of Ninjask, so there's that. And as for, you know, her other Pokemon in the rematch, it's going to be of Araquanid as a buffed replace for Surskit, and Orbeetle being a unique take on Vivillon given it's also a regional bug. And the badge that she's going to present you for the bug type, it's going to be none other than the Beetle badge. Now, as for our final gym leader in this make-believe Pokemon League, it's going to be Kabu. Kabu, being the gym leader of Motostoke, he also was a rival to Peony, being a former champion of Galar. So it makes sense to me that, you know, Kabu is, you know, one of the final walls, and he's also a gym leader material, like the likes of Claire, Raihan, Falkner, etc, etc. He even made a role in Pokemon Horizons, given how he was not allowed to be in Journeys, but that's besides the point. Kabu's team are going to be of Tortunator, Arcanine, Camerupt, Salazzle, and Talonflame, with Scented Scorch returning for the rematch battles, and therefore he's going to give you the Scorch badge. And this is going to be your run for gym leaders. I really hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Hope you're liking the video as of now. If so, leave a like, share with friends, subscribe to the page. But this is not the end of it all, because I also need to talk about the Elite Four that you are going to face. You do have your 8 badges already, that being of Venom, Breeze, Slush, Root, Esper, Shock, Beedle, and Scorch. So type-wise you do have Poison, Normal, Ice, Grass, Psychic, Electric, Bug, and Fire. And if you noticed, all of the gym leaders present are from unique different regions and they don't repeat amongst themselves. So there's that. And now let's go for the actual league challenge, and we're going to face our first member of the Elite Four, that being none other than the Fairy type specialist Lacy. Yes, Lacy is going to be the first member of this Pokemon Elite Four, and the Pokemon that she's going to utilize are going to be Mawile, Gramble, Whimsicott, Wigglytuff, and Togekiss. And for the rematch team, she's going to have a Primarina. Every Elite Four member is going to have a starter Pokemon for the rematch team, so there's that. Now, for the second member, going from the Blueberry Elite Four member to an actual Elite Four member, I think this is very great. But as for the second member, he was once an Elite Four of another region, but now he wants to step back since his mentor was, you know, dethroned by the Dragon Master. We have Marshall. And Marshall's team in this league, it's going to be none other than Passimian, Lucario, Scrafty, Toxicroak, and Paldean Tauros. I decided to, you know, give Toxicroak and Lucario because he does have them in the rematch teams of Black and White. Passimian, it's a very unique Pokemon, I think it would be cool. Scrafty, it's from Grimsley, but it's also a fighting type, the one he doesn't use, it would make sense. Now, Paldean Tauros, it's here not only because of, you know, Aldor's Buffalant, but being a Blaze breed, it also has some ties and connections to Volcarona. So there's like the burning passion, the fighting spirit. And as for the rematch Pokemon of Marshall, I decided to give him Chestnut. I considered Ember, however, but I feel like Chestnut it's much more fitting for Marshall in this particular point of his journey as a Pokemon trainer. Now, continuing on, for the third Elite Four member, I do have Fantina. And Fantina is going to have a team of Poltegeist, Gourgeist, Frostlass, Driftblim, and Mismagius, with her 6 Pokemon for the rematch team being of Skeledirge. I think this is a very unique team for an Elite Four member, so I hope you enjoy it too. Now, for the final Elite Four member, given how we have Fairy, Fighting, and Ghost, and in terms of gym leaders we have Fire and Grass, we need Water, right? And therefore I decided to upgrade Juan from Pokemon Emerald. He's a very forgotten character, so I want to make him relevant by giving him a position as an Elite Four member. And as for the Pokemon that Juan is going to utilize, they are going to be of the Barrel, Politoed, Octillery, Swanna, and Walrein, with his 6 Pokemon in the rematches being of Empoleon. I think this makes a lot of sense for Juan. And now you must be wondering who is going to be the champion. Well, if you noticed how I made Falkner present, but I made him a normal specialist instead of a flying specialist, it's due to reason that the final champion, it's going to be a flying specialist. It's going to be Kahili from the Alola region, because there is no Alola rep in this video. That's why I was saving her for later. And Kahili was once the champion of the Island Challenge. She was scouted by Kukui to be an Elite Four member, so I feel like she deserves the actual champion title in one way, shape or form. So that's why I decided to have Kahili here. And the Pokemon she's going to have are going to be the Pokemon that she utilizes for Sun and Moon, as well as the Ultra versions. Those being Havalucha, Oricorio, Skarmory, Mandibuzz, Crobat, and Toucannon. This is therefore my own Pokemon League. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much to Dollywop for making the tag open to the public. If you are watching and you want to make your own league with characters from the games or even from other mediums, let me know in the comments down below, or just do a reply video for this, or even Dollywop, leaving in the link in the description down below. This was very fun. This was very, very entertainment. So the tag is open for everybody. So make sure to leave a like, share the video, subscribe to the page, leave a comment too. And that's it, trainers. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you all for watching. See you another time. KuroBlitz out.